but it is still nice. If you went outside today and you got to go outside and enjoy this nice weather, let us know. Let us know what you did outside today. Let us know what you did to take advantage of this nice, beautiful day that we had today. Again, if you were just joining us, man, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to another 7 at 7. Let us know in the comments what you did to enjoy this beautiful day that we had today. For me, I had to go cut my grass. I was thankful that we had a nice day for cutting grass. I didn't sweat too bad. It was sunny. It was comfortable, but I didn't love the part where I was actually cutting the grass. Although first time cutting the grass here. We just moved into this new house a couple of months ago, and so first time getting to cut the grass. Not my favorite thing in the world, but maybe I'll grow to like it a little bit better. But honestly, I loved getting to just wear shorts and be outside and not be freezing cold. Let's see. Some of you guys, went for a long bike ride. That sounds fun. That sounds like better than mowing the lawn. Yeah, man, lots of bike riders. You guys did better than I did. Where do you guys like to ride your bike? Do you just go down the street where you live? Do you guys go to a park somewhere to ride your bike? For us, we got a nice big neighborhood. I actually don't have bikes. You guys are gonna make me want to buy a bike, but we just kind of walk around the neighborhood. Jimmy says you'll cut my grass. How much? Well, let's talk later. If it's a good deal, I might be open to that. No, actually, I just got a new lawnmower. It's an electric one, which is kind of different, but kind of cool. So it's kind of like a new toy for me, I guess. Although aren't toys supposed to be fun? It's not so much a toy then, I guess. But anyways, it was a beautiful day. I hope you guys did get out to enjoy it today. And can you guys believe Easter is coming up? Easter is this weekend. To me, it doesn't feel like it. It's kind of sneaking up on me. And I know that this weekend, Easter is going to feel weird. Let's just be honest. Most of us probably aren't going to get to see family the same way we would for Easter. Most of us are, it's just going to be a different kind of Easter. But not going to church is going to feel weird. But just because we won't physically get to be together at church doesn't mean we don't have church. Northridge, in fact, has some awesome stuff to be a part of online this weekend, starting tomorrow night with Pastor Brad going live on Facebook. And then there is stuff Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday morning to check out and be a part of online. And perhaps the biggest part of it is the short film that Northridge made that I heard is going to be amazing and going to be a huge part of our weekend experience online. It is called The Soldier, and it's going to be so good. What I want to do tonight is I want you to do this for me. Would you think to yourself, who are 5 people that you can invite to be a part of experiencing Easter at Northridge online this weekend? And I think having a short film makes it so easy to invite somebody. Hey, our church made this film that's supposed to be so good. Will you tune in and watch it? Like asking somebody to come watch, to be a part of watching a movie, a film. It's such an easy invite. And I believe that in this season that we're in, people are so much more open to that invite to church, so much more open to who God is and what He's done, and especially every year around this Easter season, people are open to that invite, but especially now with what we're experiencing in the world. So, who are 5 people that you can invite? Send DMs to, send texts to, FaceTime, friends, family. Who can you invite to be a part of Easter at Northridge? I know for myself, tomorrow I'm going to give my grandma a call. My grandma just joined Facebook, which is interesting. But besides that, I'm going to see if she'll take advantage of Northridge putting their service on Facebook. And so I'm going to give her a call tomorrow, invite her. She normally goes to a Catholic church, and I don't know if they're even doing anything online. So I'm going to give her a call, invite her to experience Northridge online. I'm curious who you guys are going to invite for that. It'll be an awesome weekend experience. Even though we won't be able to meet physically, like Levi says, we can still grow spiritually, and we can still have an amazing Easter service online. But anyways, for tonight's 7 at 7, I want to kind of piggyback off of what Pastor Brad talked about this past weekend. If you tuned into any of those services online, you heard him talk about expectations. And you would have heard him talk right at the very beginning about how our realities in our lives rarely measure up to our expectations. And I think we experience this in little ways all the time. Like, maybe you go to a restaurant and something looks and sounds so good on the menu, but then when they bring it out and they put it in front of you, like maybe it's a super small portion, or the food is soggy, or it just doesn't taste good, and it wasn't what you expected it to be, and it leaves you feeling disappointed. I think we do this and experience this in our lives as a whole, right? Like, I think we get a picture in our heads of what we want our life to be like in the future. Like, maybe if you're a middle schooler right now, when you were in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, you got this picture in your head of what you were going to be like in middle school. Or maybe if you're a high school student right now, when you were in middle school, you had this picture in your head of what high school is going to be like. If you were going to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or, how good you were going to be in sports or whatever. And I think so often when we get to that future moment, when we get to that moment we pictured and we dreamed about, our reality doesn't match up or measure up to what our expectations were, and it leaves us feeling disappointed. And I think we're in a season right now that's leaving a lot of us feeling that way. We are experiencing maybe a lot of disappointment or unmet expectations right now. Like, maybe you were so looking forward to the spring baseball season or track season or soccer season, and it got canceled. Maybe there was a tournament or recital or performance that you were practicing so hard for, and it got canceled. Or maybe, just missing out on the end of the school year and not getting to say goodbye to teachers or classmates the way you had hoped has left you feeling kind of bummed out. Or maybe just in general, you had really high hopes for what 2020 was going to be, and this spring season was going to look like, and you're just feeling really disappointed and really let down because of all this stuff, quarantine, coronavirus going on. But I want to remind you and kind of just let all of us know tonight that no matter how badly your life's reality might not be living up to your expectations, no matter how many things in your life might have been canceled by this season, I want to remind you that the mission of Jesus has not been canceled. That the plan and the purpose for your life hasn't been canceled. It hasn't been changed. That Jesus hasn't stopped working. Even though there's a lot of change and a lot of uncertainty and a lot of plans falling through right now, I want to remind you that God's plan and God's purpose for your life is still the same. Hebrews 13:8 tells us that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Jesus doesn't change. He'll never let you down. And following Jesus is never going to leave you disappointed. Following Jesus is going to lead to you experiencing and figuring out that He has an amazing plan and purpose and mission for your life. Now, it's important that we follow Jesus for the right reasons, right? Like if you listen to Pastor Brad this past weekend, you heard him say this: we need to want Jesus for who he is, not for what we want him to be for us. I'm going to say that again because it is so, so good. We need to want Jesus for who he is, not for what we want him to be for us. We need to be careful not to believe the lie that following Jesus is going to make your life better or make your life more comfortable or make it easy, and that Jesus is just going to answer all of your prayers. We need to remember to not follow Jesus so that he'll make us rich or famous or successful or whatever dreams and expectations we have for our own life. In fact, following Jesus, if it's done wholeheartedly and done out of that right motivation, is going to make you uncomfortable from time to time. Following Jesus isn't about achieving all of your desires. In fact, it's about surrendering your desires, surrendering your will to his. Following Jesus isn't about what's in it for you. It's about you living your life for him because of who he is and because of his great love for you. And Jesus told his disciples that in this world you will have trouble. He reminded his disciples that things aren't always going to be easy. He reminded his disciples that challenging times were going to come. And I think that's a reminder that we need in this season, that Jesus told us we were going to go through hard times. And I think so often we build expectations for our lives that include a lot of fun things, a lot of good things. Maybe, you envision someday having a family and a nice house and just having nice things and a great job and being successful or whatever. But again, those are all temporary things. And I think so often we just kind of sprinkle some Jesus on top of our dreams and our expectations so that we can go to heaven, or so that somehow he'll make it better and he'll give us what we want and give us what we need. But guys, again, those are such temporary things. All of those things can be so easily and so quickly taken away from us. And that's what a lot of us are experiencing in this season right now. The expectations that we had, the things that we look to for joy and happiness are so easily, so quickly taken away from us. But I want to remind you that following Jesus is always going to be worth it. Jesus is always worth it. He will never let you down. He will never leave you disappointed, and he cannot be taken away from you. Even though things right now might be different than how you pictured them a few months ago, one thing that is still the same is that Jesus has a plan, a purpose, and a mission for your life. He has called you to follow him and make disciples. Things might be canceled right now, but your relationship with God can still thrive. And his mission and the life and the work that he's doing in your life and in this world has not been canceled, will not be canceled, will never change. And I want to leave you with this reminder that your life is so much bigger than this season right now. Your life is so much bigger than the season that got canceled. Your life is so much bigger than this semester. Your life is so much bigger than 2020 or anything that we might lose to this quarantine coronavirus season. Your life is so much bigger than that, and our God is so much bigger. Your life in every season, including right now, can be used to glorify God and bring other people to know the love and the hope of Jesus. And I believe that you and I, we have an opportunity to do that and put this into practice this week, right now, by inviting people to experience Jesus through Easter at Northridge Online. So again, who are you going to be inviting? Who can you invite to experience Easter at Northridge? I want you to think about that. I want you to reflect on that. Let's all do this right now. Wherever you are, wherever you're sitting, wherever you're watching this, would you just close your eyes for a moment? Just close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to think for the next 10 or 20 seconds, who can you invite? Get a picture in your head of who you can invite to experience Easter at Northridge. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a family member. And then right now, I'm going to close us out in prayer before we go off to our Zoom meeting. So would you guys pray with me? God, thank you so much for who you are. Thank you for this beautiful day that you gave us. Thank you for the fact that even with everything going on, we can still go outside and enjoy your creation, enjoy nature and fun things. God, I thank you that in every season you are the same, that you never change, that your plan, your purpose never changes. God, I ask that you would put people on our hearts to reach out to and invite to be a part of Easter. God, I pray that you would remind us that our lives are so much bigger than this season, anything that's being canceled, anything that might be leaving us disappointed. Lord, remind us that we might make plans, we might set up expectations or dreams or goals for our lives, but at the end of the day, you call us to surrender those things to you. You call us and ask us to exchange our dreams and our will for yours. The things of this world can so quickly fade away, but Jesus, you never fade away. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. And we use that truth as an anchor for our lives. God, we love you. Thank you for this time together. Thank you for the technology that we can use to gather together virtually. We love you and pray this in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. I'm going to let you guys go off to your to the Zoom calls, HSM, MSM, middle school students. I will see you guys over there in just a second. But again, thank you guys for hanging out with us for another 7 at 7.